Back at the Colonial Life Arena, halftime here is number 2 South Carolina with the 12-point advantage on the Lady Pirates of Hampton. We continue on with our halftime show and welcome you courtside. Derek Scott, Debbie Antonelli to my far right, and in the middle, you might recognize this young lady, Aleighsa Welch. I think, Debbie, is it fair to say legendary ex-Gamecock?
I think the most popular Gamecock that's ever played. I think that's fair. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, you know, since it's in a good way, I'll take that. I'll take it.
Well, welcome back to Columbia. For those that don't know, Aleighsa playing overseas professionally now in the country of Portugal. How's it been?
It's been fun. You know, it's been a good experience for me to be able to go overseas and play. You know, it has its moments where it's an adjustment, but I enjoy it. I get to play basketball, so that's all I wanted to do out of college.
What's been the biggest adjustment for you playing here and then with Coach Staley and then going to Portugal and playing over there?
I think it's the biggest thing is the culture. The culture changes. You know, you're so used to the family environment, and you know, you talk to Coach Staley about any and everything, and then you hop into a business environment where, you know, hey, you don't win games, you know, we got to ship you out, and you know that's there from the get-go, and it's more of, okay, we're going off of what you did in college, so we need you to come in and produce. But you know, and as far as the game-wise, it's physicality. You know, I don't call a lot of the fouls.
Get a little of this going on in there.
You know, you get a lot more hand touches than you do in college. But it's all in fun.
Aleighsa, you told me earlier that you've been averaging 21 points. Now, that's a number that's very impressive, which means you're working on your offensive game, and they're asking you to play a different role. But how important is that for you to be able to come back and play in the WNBA one day?
I think it's very important because, you know, you have to show different aspects of your game, and I had to show that I am a capable scorer, and I have to show that I'm able to carry a team in other ways than, you know, what I was known for in college, which is leadership, and that's scoring. You know, my coach told me, we brought you here to score the ball. We brought you here to put the ball in your hands and to make things happen. So I think that'll be able to show coaches, you know, in the league how versatile I am, and just show kind of the hard work I put in, you know, in the offseason, because this is what I was brought in to do.
You were a player that was always grateful and thankful for everything that you got, and you were a player that took advantage of every resource that South Carolina offered. If you could go into the locker room right now and talk to this team, what would be something that you would tell them about how they've played in the first half against Hampton?
The biggest thing I would say is you got to play with more energy. I think Hampton has nothing to lose, and you could tell. You know, they came out scrappy, they came out free. And you have to come out and you have to play with that same energy. And, you know, you can't come out lackadaisical. And I think that's probably one of the biggest words Coach Staley used in the halftime locker room.
You think there's any paint being peeled off the wall in there?
I think there's a lot of paint. I think, you know, there's probably a lot of kids with hands over their ears, you know, for what's going on. But sometimes you need that.
Yes.
And Coach Staley knows how to fire, you know, the team up. And I think she's let them know, hey, you know, this second half, you need to show why we are the team that we are.
Aleighsa will be sticking in town for a while for the holidays,
yes,
and you'll be back here next week when Elon comes to town. I understand you're going to finally get your championship ring,
yes,
right?
I'll finally get my ring. Elam Ibiam will be back in town, so we'll just all be reunited.
Well, it's great seeing you and visiting with you. Enjoy the rest of this one,
Thank
and
you.
Great to have you back and representing these Gamecocks. I know the fans' response we saw earlier tonight is proof, all the proof we need to know where you stand in their hearts.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys for having me.
Aleighsa Welch with us here on our halftime report. Gamecocks, of course, with this lead over Hampton. Let's take a look at some of the halftime highlights from the first half of play.